You might think this obsolete piece of tech is just broken and destined for the trash, but I'll show you how to bypass the faulty components and transform it into a highly functional digital TV receiver, saving you money and reducing electronic waste. I'm going to show you a brilliant way to breathe new life into an old, discarded TV set-top box. I'll plug it into a power source to test it, but it's no longer working. To be absolutely sure it's not just a bad outlet, I'll test it with a light bulb. The bulb lights up brightly, meaning the power outlet is fine. The internal power supply of this box is definitely fried. This gives me a great idea. I'll start by taking the box apart. I'm using a screwdriver to remove the screws on the back panel so I can carefully access the internal circuit boards. Inside, you can see the main board and the front panel display board. I'll carefully disconnect the delicate ribbon cables connecting them to avoid damaging the fragile pins. I need to remove the main circuit board entirely. I'm unscrewing it from the metal casing because we need to solder directly onto the back of this board to inject our new power source. I'm going to prepare 2 lengths of wire, one blue and one brown, which will serve as our new power cables. I'm carefully stripping away the insulation to get the bare copper ready for soldering. Using my soldering iron, I'll tin the exposed wire ends with a bit of solder. This step is incredibly important because it ensures a solid, reliable electrical connection when I attach them to the tiny pads on the board. I will solder the new wires directly to the specific positive and negative contact points on the board. With the new power leads securely attached, I can begin to reassemble the device. I'll carefully place the board back into its original position and secure it tightly with the mounting screws. Finally, I'll screw the top cover back onto the casing. Notice how I've cleverly routed our new power wires out through an existing ventilation hole so we can connect them. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. I'm going to repurpose an old USB phone charger. I will use a utility knife to carefully pry open the plastic casing. Then, I will use pliers to remove the small circuit board inside. This tiny charger board is a perfect, compact 5-volt power supply that will flawlessly replace the broken internal one. I'll mount this charger board onto a helping hand stand to hold it completely steady while I solder the necessary connections. If you find this video interesting, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. At the other end of the blue and brown wires, I will strip off the outer insulation to expose the copper wire. I will use a soldering iron and tin to tin the copper wire. Now, I need to connect the power wires coming from the set-top box to the 5-volt output of this charger board. I'll solder them carefully, ensuring the polarity is absolutely correct. To keep things neat and safe, I'll secure this new power module securely to the top of the set-top box using a generous dab of hot glue. We also need to fabricate a custom antenna cable. I'll take this old USB cable, cut the connector off, and strip it to use the high-quality wires inside. I'll do the same with a standard white coaxial antenna cable. I carefully strip the insulation from the ends of the wires to connect them to our USB cable. I'll wrap the spliced connections securely with red electrical tape. This is crucial to insulate the wires and prevent the inner signal line from shorting out against the ground wire, which would ruin our TV signal. To finish off our custom antenna cable, I'll attach a standard right-angle F connector to the end so it can plug perfectly into the back of the device. I'm plugging our newly made custom antenna cable into the USB port from the modified charger. Without the antenna, the TV shows no signal. I'm carefully connecting our freshly built antenna to the coaxial input on the back of my TV. Look at that. The box boots right up, and the TV is receiving a signal immediately. We have a perfectly clear picture and crisp sound. I can flip through all the channels using the remote, and the device works flawlessly, just like it did when it was brand new. Just to prove this is really our custom setup pulling in the broadcast, watch what happens when I disconnect our antenna wire from the back. See, the signal drops out entirely. And when I plug it back in, the channel comes right back online instantly. We've successfully resurrected this dead device with a simple, affordable modification. If you enjoyed this upcycling project, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this fix. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more fantastic DIY tech hacks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.